We handle a lot of cases, but I've never had a theatrical mask used during a series of robberies, and it was so lifelike.
The news anchor that covered this actually propped it up on the desk in the studio.
And we want to show you something. The prosecutor let us borrow this. This is the mask used in that crime. It has been sitting at my desk now for about a week, freaking everyone out.
This mask moved with the movements of the face and the head.
It behaves in such a way that it mimics flesh and muscle. So even when he talked, it looked like a real person.
Christopher Askew, the initial suspect in this case, looked remarkably similar to what turned out to be a mask.
The story about the creepy mask quickly goes viral.
It's unbelievably lifelike. And the poor guy who just happened to look like it did nothing wrong. Absolutely nothing wrong.
But for all the effort Conrad put into getting the elaborate mask, he apparently didn't pay as much attention to his girlfriend.
He angers his girlfriend, who dimes him out to the police.
That's the one person he should have been nice to after he told her he committed all these robberies. I think she was probably mad at him, but she was more shaken that an innocent person was arrested. And good for her. Christopher was innocent of these robberies.
With the new evidence, witnesses from the banks realize they've been duped, and Christopher Askew is released.
We got Christopher out of jail. Our job is to seek justice, and it was unjust for Christopher to remain in jail a moment longer.
Hannah is desperate to escape the frightening intruder.
She's slowly transitioning from her shock into a position where she can take control of the situation.
The man keeps insisting that he's Hannah's friend.
She's like, I'm not your friend, I don't know you. And as she says so, she begins to back out of her doorway.
With her phone in hand, Hannah makes a bold escape.
Please get out of my apartment right now.
Running to a neighbor's apartment.
Hello? Please come in. Yeah.
Thankfully, her neighbor heard her yell and came to the door.
That's when the man finally retreats.
As Hannah begins to run, he begins to exit just how he came, from the balcony.
As soon as I got into my neighbors, I ended that recording and dialed 911.
Hello, this is the 911 operator.
While she waits for the police, Hannah remembers something that gives her chills.
I'm piecing things together, realizing all the sketchy that has happened, that I have been having really weird feelings. I used to come home in the middle of the day and there would be like random pieces of paper.
She'd come home and see that her personal belongings had been moved around. It was almost as if someone had been coming into her unit, hanging out, and then leaving.
Most disturbing is a small, unfamiliar book she once found next to her couch.
I went to bed one night and I woke up in the middle of the night. I saw this random notebook lying on my couch. So I look at this notebook, I take pictures of it. Thank God I took pictures of it. It's got like names and checklists. So I'm like, who the is in my apartment?
At the time, Hannah tries to dismiss it, thinking maybe someone from maintenance left it there during the day. But police believe the incidents are related. And soon, they identify a suspect, Angel Rodriguez Gomez, a former handyman at the complex.
Angel was the same name as the guy's name on the cover of that maintenance log that she found.
Top of the notebook, clear as day, says prepared by Angel.
As a maintenance worker, his job was to go into each person's unit to repair items. So as a result, he had the ability to enter and leave any unit throughout the complex.
Of course, not all maintenance and landscaping people are nefarious criminals. However, those that are have the opportunity to become familiar with you, with your environment, with your residence, with the layout, and even later on, possibly even an avenue of escape. This person, as a maintenance employee, had unparalleled opportunity to enter that home.
awful. A family pet was snatched from outside of a deli on the Upper West Side, and the owners are just devastated. The dog napper is apparently not very shy about the crime.
Why do you think someone would steal a dog?
Tens of thousands of people knew about this.
The story really starts to go viral. The social media reaction goes around like a wildfire. Even the NYPD 24th Precinct shares information about Luca on their Twitter account.
But police also warn Victoria that many stolen dogs are never recovered.
We were courting danger.
The potential for danger and the potential for death is certainly there.
As a whole city seems to fret about who has snatched Luca, tips pour in.
An avalanche of tips came in. Lots of people reported having maybe seen the suspect walking through the neighborhood. The reaction that occurred was incredible. Detectives, they worked into their caseload a tremendous effort to locate Luca.
Then, 3 days after Luca disappears, Victoria gets a surprising call.
From a woman in a little bottega, a little store. She said that Sunday night, the night Luca was stolen, a guy had come into her store with a dog and was trying to sell it to her.
The woman tells Victoria the man's behavior made her suspicious.
She said, I'm not interested, I have a dog. Besides, that dog looks to me like he was stolen. And he ran out.